Two Worlds, New York by way of Enugu. Stories and Poems. Written by Professor Eugene Ritchie and Okechukwu Okugo. Professor Eugene Ritchie's special note. Mr. OK is more than okay. When I first met him in a class in Manhattan's Chinatown on a beautiful fall day in the 20-teens, I was intimidated. Here was one who had published 6 novels, and was one of my 25 college English I students. What am I going to teach this words person? This author? This confident individual with an infectious smile? The question, I realized later, should have been, what is he going to teach me? Yes, his was a great smile, one so genuine that I couldn't doubt his seriousness about learning nor his popularity with the other students. And it was his eagerness to learn that made me snap out of my ego and say to myself, I'm going to give this person, who I don't know very well, and all of his fellow students, who I don't know as well, the best that I have and learn from him and the others. His name is Okechukwu Okugo, which isn't hard to pronounce if you focus, Okechukwu Okugo. Yet for some reason, even his name intimidated me, so I asked, can I call you Mr. OK since your first and family names begin with O and K? Reluctantly he agreed, I sensed. One day I took a chance and pronounced it the full name, to his delight. Remember that a person's name is to that person the sweetest and most important sound, the American writer Dale Carnegie once wrote. In fact, it is one of 30 human relations principles that Mr. Carnegie espoused, yet it reinforced the importance of that principle. Mr. Okugo is from far away. The oldest of 5 children, Okechukwu grew up in a village near Enugu, a mountainous city in West Africa, of which he has fond memories. He is the son of a, now retired, civil servant, whom I have also met in New York, and a retired schoolteacher. Life hasn't always been kind to the Okugo family. Okechukwu contracted polio at age 3, and his brother, Samuel, died of sickle cell anemia later in life. When his mother took him to school every day, Okechukwu became a familiar and popular soul, one never bullied, one who walked with crutches, a proud yet humble person, still with that smile that affirms life even today. My friend, my teacher, Mr. Okugo, is the epitome of what Albert Camus once wrote, Au milieu des hivres, j'apprenais enfin qu'il y avait en moi un id invincible. In the depths of winter, I finally learned that within me lay an invincible summer. Acknowledgements. This book is born out of a true friendship that transcends the typical student-slash-teacher relationship. Okechukwu Okugo, who used to be a student of Professor Ritchie, maintained communication after graduation. The professor had read some of Okugo's published literary works, and the idea of writing a book together was somehow cultivated and actualized. Providing a good example that race and age are no barriers to meaningful and productive friendships. We hope that people across cultures and races will seek amicable bonds that foster togetherness and problem-solving motivations rather than dividing humanity. Professor Eugene Ritchie, a New Yorker from infancy, while growing up, was running around in the neighborhoods of Manhattan, meandering the fast-rising city, seeing skyscrapers layering and playing pranks that children played, including his peculiar upbringing experiences. Okechukwu Okugo, born on the hills of Engwo, Enugu State, grew up with a strong clannish identity coming from the Igbo community that emphasizes living patriarchally. However, some of their communities are matriarchal. These and other distinctive experiences form the basis of the themes and motifs of this work. Despite the different backgrounds, there is more that unites than disperses, as showcased by our different writing styles. Forward. This book was born of a quest to compare two worlds that seem to be different. The authors were raised in different cultures, one in America and Africa. There seem to be more similarities than differences, comparing the stories told and poems written. Each culture is distinct and has played a significant role in shaping the writers. One similarity that strikes a chord is that each culture has strong histories that deserve preservation unique to each place and showing how the people react to events. The stories about JFK's assassination and men suffering in silence strike a chord in showing individuals face challenges peculiar to their environment and situations. And there are personal aspirations that inexplicable circumstances truncate, while many try their best to live right, as best as each deems more fitting. Experiences, background, and point of view make an author, which invariably shapes the stories writers tell. Events happen according to societal values and personal choices people make. Prevalent culture and tradition shape upbringing, and stories become rich when told from diverse perspectives. By the authors coming together and allowing the best of their upbringing, different experiences, and background to influence their writings, we hope to demonstrate to readers that there is more that unites than separates us, irrespective of where we come from or age disparity. We hope that everyone learns something positive from our different contributions to entertain and connect cultures and the world. Professor Eugene Ritchie and Okechukwu Okugo. Westchester/Queens, New York. November 2021.